Hello everyone. Welcome to Study Online and welcome to Python class. Today in this video, we'll be discussing about operators. And I think already you have listened two sessions of operator, that is session number 1 and session number 2. Today happens to be the session number 3. I'll just do one thing. I would like to share you the screen. Let me just open the folder Python. And I would like to open the, I'll just do one thing. I'll just create a folder called as operators. Operators, okay. Okay, within this folder, I would like to place the notes of operators. Okay, within this, I would like to create a new file. This file name, I'll just do one thing. I'll just copy this. I'll just paste it here. I'll just tell today happens to be the session 3 of operator. Let me just open the notes. Okay. Without starting, before starting with operators, that is session number 3, I would like to quickly ask you the question. What are the topics that are covered in session number 1 and session number 2? Don't you think I have covered arithmetic operator and I have covered relational operator and I have covered equality operator? That means 3 operators is what I have taught. Next, when it comes to session number 3, let me just teach you the next operator. Okay, sir, which is the next operator, sir? Please try to see your notes, whatever I have written in the day 1. Please see your notes and tell me which is the next operator. Don't you think the next operator happens to be logical operator? The next operator happens to be logical operator. That is the fourth one. Okay, sir, what do you mean by logical operator, or how this logical operator will work? If you ask me, it is pretty simple. Maybe I'll just tell there are 3 logical operators in Python. Okay, sir, which are those logical operators? I can just tell AND operator, OR operator, NOT operator. I'll just do one thing. I'll just take the example. Let me just consider example number 1.py. I would like to go back to the Sublime Text. Okay, within the Sublime Text, let me just close all the tabs and let me just create a new folder. Within operators, I'm going to create a new folder. Maybe the folder name happens to be logical operator is what I will tell. Let me just come back here. Let me just paste it. Okay. Next, within this logical operator, I'm going to create a new file. The file name happens to be example number 1.py. Observe properly. It's a pretty simple, guys. Trust me, it's pretty simple, but some of them might be getting confused. It depends on how well you'll understand and how well you will listen to the class. That's it. Okay, listen here. Before me starting with the example number 1, I'll just do one thing. I would like to write the truth table for AND, for NOT, as well as for NOT. Observe, this is for AND or NOT. I'll just tell this is AND. Let me just reduce the font size. Okay, and this is for OR, and the last one happens to be NOT. Okay, observe properly. Assume that if you are providing the input like this. Okay, sir, what kind of input will provide, sir? Maybe I'll just divide this particular table into 3 columns. Here only 2 columns, and here only 2 rows is what I'll consider. And when it comes to here, I'm going to consider 4 rows, because a 4 combination is what I will be teaching. That means 4 combinations are there. Okay, I think all these things, it's a pretty basic, you would have learned in your engineering. Please tell me. I'll just consider 0, 0, 1. Here also I'll just consider 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay, here I'll just consider 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay, let me just consider the same input here also. I'll just take 0, 0. When it comes to here, I'll just consider 0, 1. Here I'll just take a 0, 1. Okay, next here I'll just take 1, 0. Let me just consider 1, 0. At last I will take 1 as well as 1. Okay, fine. Here I'll just consider a 0, and here maybe the data happens to be 1 is what I will tell. Observe properly and tell me the proper output. What is the output? 0 and 0. What will be the output? Don't you think it is 0 itself? Next, think and answer. What is 0 and 1? What is 0 and 1? Think and answer. It is also 0. What about 1 and 0? Don't you think that is also 0? So then what about 1, sir? If both the number is 1 and if AND gate is implemented in between that, then the output is what? 1. Now, when it comes to OR gate, 0, 0 means what? 0. 0, 1 means what? 1. if one of the input is 1, see here input, these are the inputs here. I'll just tell these are the inputs. Let me just write it here. Inputs. Okay. And this is the output that you got. Let me just copy this. Let me just paste it here also. See here, these two are the inputs and this is the output column. If a single input is 1, then ultimately the output is what? 1. Same. When it comes to AND gate, both the inputs should be 1. Then only the output is 1. Is that fine? When it comes to NOT, reverse, ulta, that's it. If you provide 0, you'll be getting the output as 1. And if you provide 1, you'll be getting the output as 0. Please keep these things in your mind. I'll just tell this happens to be the diagram number 1. Let me just tell this happens to be the diagram number 1. Please take the screenshot of this or pause the video and take the screenshot. Okay, hope that you have taken the screenshot. Let me just go back to the Sublime Text. Okay, great. Observe properly. When it comes to example number 1, it is pretty simple. I'll just do one thing. I'll just consider a simple example. We'll see how many of them will tell the answer. What is the output for this? Print false and false. Don't you think for you it is false? But for PVM, don't you think it will be treated as 0? 0 and 0. What is the output? 0 itself. 0 means how the data would be displayed on the console. Don't you think it will not display 0? Rather, it will display false. See here. Okay, great. If you're able to understand that, I think it's very easy for you to understand the next upcoming lines. I need not to speak anything about that. Why? Because just now I have given the truth table. Same, in the same manner, I'll be getting the outputs here. 0 and 1. 0, that means false. 1 and 0, that means 0, that means false. 1 and 1, that means true and true. It is what? True. See here. In the same manner, I got the output. That is 0, 0, 0, 1. That is false, 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 true. Is that clear? Okay, hope that you people would have understood. Let me just consider for false. I'll just do one thing. I'll just consider, let me just copy this. I would like to paste it. Instead of and, I'll just tell or. Instead of and, I'll just tell or. Here also, I'll just tell or. Here also, let me just tell or. If I execute here, false, that means if both the input is 0, then only it will return the false. If not, if one of the output is true, then I'll be getting the output as what? True. See here, that's the reason I got the output as true for all these cases. Now, the last one, please tell me, if I tell not of 0, what will be the output? 1. That means true is the output. See here, true is the output. At last, if I tell print not of true, what is the output? False is the output. See here, if I execute, false is the output. Is that clear? Let me just do one thing. Let me just go back to the notes. When it comes to example number 1, let me just quickly copy paste example number 1. I'll just tell logical operators for Boolean data. Right, Boolean data. Why? Because true and false are what? Boolean data. Logical operators for Boolean data. I hope output also I have written there itself, so that you people will not be getting confused. The next topic is very important. I think most of them are not aware of this topic. So what is the topic, sir? Right now you have learned the logical operators. That means if you're applying the logical operators like and, or, not for Boolean data, that is false, true. What is the output? Already you have seen. There is no doubt in that. So next what, sir? Next is very important. Observe properly. Logical operators for non-Boolean data. Logical operators for non-Boolean data. Guys, you just do one thing. If your friend is saying, hey, already I have learned operators in Python, just ask them whether they have learned logical operators for non-Boolean data. Just ask few questions. You only check whether they are able to tell the answer or not. Why? Because most of them will not be aware and most of them will not learn this topic. Why? Because they will feel it is very difficult. Don't worry, I'm 100%. I'm going to teach you in the very easiest manner, provided you should be very attentive in the class and listen the video properly. If you're not able to understand, you can just rewatch the video. That person will be understanding in a single shot. There is no issue in that. Let me just consider the important points that you have to remember. So what are the important points, sir? I'll just do one thing. I'll just consider example number 2.py. Before me teaching you example number 2.py, you might have to learn few important topics. That means, don't you think 0 is a non-Boolean data? Guys, what is Boolean data? True and false is Boolean data. If you provide 0 for and or not, assume that you're just telling not of 0, then that 0, that is non-Boolean data. Non-Boolean data 0 means what? False. So all these things we have learned, sir. 1 or non-zero number. 1 or non-zero number. That means if it is 1 or if it is non-zero number like 2, 3, 4, 55, 66 like that, then it will treat it as what? True. Don't worry, I'm going to take the example. Next, if it is empty string or list or set or tuple or dictionary, assume that if you are providing an empty string or if you're providing a list, set, tuple, all those things, then it will treat the data as what? False. Is that fine? And next, if it is a string data, anything, if it is a string data, then it will read the data as what? True. If you are aware of this note point, it's very important, guys. If you are aware of this note point, these 4 points, if you are aware, easily you can learn the logical operators for non-Boolean data. So please take some examples, sir, so that we'll be able to learn. 100% I'm going to consider the example. Observe properly. I'll just do one thing. I would like to share you the Sublime Text. Within Sublime Text, under logical operator, I'm going to consider the next new example. There is example number 2.py. Observe properly. I'll just do one thing. I'll just take the example. It's a pretty simple example. Let me just consider for AND gate. Okay. What is the output for this? Anyone? You can just pause the video and tell the answer for yourself. What is the output? If I just ask you to tell the output like 10 and 20, what will be the answer? Think an answer. What kind of answer you will tell? 10 and 20. In order to tell the answer, you should be aware of one more topic. Sir, what is the topic, sir? You only observe. Before me starting with example number 2, don't you think individually I'll consider? That means, sir, how individually I'll consider, sir? For AND gate, I will teach you separately. That means how the data will be evaluated. If the data is non-Boolean data, for OR also I will teach. For NOT also I will teach. That means, observe, if you are applying AND operator between two non-Boolean data, then you may have to aware of these things. Assume that, see here, this X and Y are non-Boolean data. Fine. If you are applying AND gate in between this X and Y, assume that X and Y are non-Boolean data. Then how the result will be evaluated, if you ask me? If X is evaluates to false, assume that if the value of X, whatever you will provide, fine. So how it will be evaluated? So see here, you have to remember these 4 points. Fine. If it is 0, it will evaluate to false. If it is 1 or non-zero, it will evaluate to true. If it is empty string, list, set, tuple, dictionary, then it will evaluate to false. If it is any string, then it will evaluate to true. That means if the data of X is, see here, if the data of X is false, then ultimately it will not see this one. The result is what? Please tell me. The result is also X itself. That means whatever the data that I have given, that will be displayed as the output. Is that clear? Sir, what if the X evaluates to true, sir? If the X evaluates to true, the value of X evaluates to true, like this here, if the value of X is evaluating to true, then the output is what? Y. It will not check Y. Directly it will display the output as Y, whatever the data that is there. So please teach me, sir. It is pretty simple. See here, if I have taken the example like this here, if I have taken the example happens to be print 10 and 20, you should tell me. I'll not execute the program. You should think and answer. What is the output? See here, 10. Don't you think 10 is non-zero number? If it is non-zero number, what is the meaning of that? Don't you think it means what? True. If X evaluates to true, then what is the result or what is the output? Don't you think 20 will be the answer? Let me just check it out whether the answer is 20 or not. If I execute here, don't you think the answer is 20 is what I got? Please do respond. Is that clear? Similarly, observe. Let's see how many of them will tell the answer for this one. What is the answer for this? Print 0 and 20. This 0 will be evaluated as what? False. If the value of X is false, then the result is what? X itself. That means what should be the output for this? I will see how many of them will tell the answer. I think already people are aware of the answer. What is the answer? Don't you think the answer is 0 itself? Before executing only, you can tell the answer. See here, 0 is the answer. Is that clear? Okay, great. And next, let me just consider a few examples. You should tell me the answer. Okay, let me just write it like this. Okay, think and answer, guys. Based upon this note point, whatever the note point that I have given is very important. Think and answer what might be the answer. For this, what is the answer that I got? Don't you think I got the output as what? 20 is the output that I got. Here I got the output as what? 0. On what basis I have got the output? On this basis. Now tell me, a string means what? True. True. If the data is true, please tell me what is the output? Y is the output. That means I'll be getting the output as what? Study online. I'll be getting the output as what? Study online. How many of them will agree with my point? 100% we will just execute and see the output. Now tell me, if it is an empty string, then it will evaluates to what? False. If it is false, then the result is what? X itself. That means the result is empty string. See here, I'll just tell the result happens to be empty string. That means nothing will be displayed on the console. Nothing will be displayed on the console. Let me just do one thing. Let me just go back to the Sublime Text. In this Sublime Text, I'm gonna paste it. Sorry, I'll just remove this one. Those two lines, whatever I have written, I'm gonna paste those two lines. Let me just come back to Sublime Text. Paste it here. Let me just remove this. See here, for this one, the output is what? Study online. For next one, empty string. How many of them were able to see the output and how many of them were able to understand? Okay, great. Next, let me just do one thing. Let me just go back to the notes. That is operators, session 3. Observe properly. Let me just take the next couple of example. I think the next example also is pretty simple. Okay. If I just keep on taking, I can just keep on taking the example. Instead of that, I'll just do one thing. Let me just proceed with the OR operator. That means if you are using OR operator for non-Boolean data, how it will behave, or is there any point like this? 100% there is some point like that. You only observe what is the point. See here, X or Y. If X evaluates to false, then the result is what? Y. Then the result is what? Y. Is that fine? Next. Nice ulta. That's it here. If X evaluates to false, then the result is X itself. But in this case, it is Y. But if X evaluates to true, in the AND gate, what is the case? The result is Y. But if X evaluates to true, then the result is X itself. Is that fine? Guys, these 2 points are very important. You people should revise properly and you people should remember that. Is that clear? Okay. Let me just do one thing. Let me just go back to the OR operator. I'll just do one thing. I'll just consider example number 3. We'll see how many of them will tell the proper answer. I'll not execute. Here only I'll execute. Or else here only I'll be asking you the answer. You people should think and tell me the answer. Why? Because here you're seeing the particular points. That's the reason. Let me just take the pretty simple examples. I'll just do one thing. I'll just consider what is the answer for 10 or 20. 10 means what? A non-zero number. If it is a non-zero number, please tell me what is the evaluation. Non-zero number means true. If X evaluates to true, what is the answer? The answer is X itself. That means, don't you think I'll be getting the answer as 10? Okay, we'll see whether I'll be getting the answer as 10 or not. Next, please tell me what is the answer for this one? 0. Please tell me 0 means what? False. If X evaluates to false, then what is the result? Don't you think the result is Y? That means I'll be getting the output as what? 20. Is that clear? Okay, great. Next, let me just consider like this. We'll see how many of them will tell the proper answer. I'll just consider a list or string data. List means what? How it will evaluate a list? Don't you think false? Please tell me if X is false, what is the output? Y is the output. That means what is the output? Don't you think I'll be getting the output as Sandesh? Next, observe. If I consider print, within this print function, I'll just tell Sandesh or get study on. Then please tell me string data. String data evaluates to what? See here, true. If it is true, what will be the result? Don't you think result is X itself? That means what is there in X? Sandesh. Don't you think the answer is Sandesh itself? Similarly, I will take an empty string or Sandesh. I'll take an empty string or Sandesh. Then what will be the output? Empty string means what? False. Empty string means what? False. If it is false, think and answer. If it is false, then what is the result? Y is the result. What is there in Y? Sandesh is there. I'll just copy this. I'll just paste it here. Hope everybody are able to understand the output. It is pretty simple. You have to remember this note point and you have to remember these 2 points when it comes to AND gate, these 2 points when it comes to OR gate. If the data is non-Boolean data. Is that clear? Now let me just teach you the same concept for NOT operator. As it is pretty simple here. For NOT operator, the result will be in terms of Boolean for NOT operator. So please take some examples. So don't worry, I'll be considering some example. Example number 4.py. I think I have not shown you the output for this one. Let me just do one thing. Let me just copy this. You just remember the output. 1020 Sandesh. Remember the output. I'll just do one thing. I'll just go back to Sublime Text. Within the Sublime Text, let me just consider example number 3.py. Let me just paste it. I'm going to remove the outputs. I don't want it. Sorry. I'll just remove these things. Okay, cool. Remove these things. If I execute here, 1020 Sandesh. I hope whatever the explanation that I have given and whatever the output that you are seeing is matching. Next, example number 4. Okay, directly I'll just take the example here itself. Okay, observe properly, guys. If I take not of Sandesh, you people should think and answer. Sandesh means what? It's a string data. String data will be evaluated as what? True or false? No, this time I'll not be showing that operator 3 nodes. You should think an answer. String data will be evaluated as what? Think an answer. String data will be evaluated as what? Don't you think? True. Now tell me, not of one. True means what? Not of true means what? One. Please tell me what is not of true. It is false, right? See here. That's the reason I got the output as false. Is that clear? Similarly, what is the not of an empty string? What is the not of an empty string? Empty string means what? It will treat the data as what? Please think and answer. It will treat the data as what? False or true? Think and answer. Empty string, false. Not of false is true. That's the reason I will be getting the output as what? True. Next, not of zero. What is not of zero? Zero means what? How it will take? Zero means what? How it will take? False. Not of false is what? Ulta. That is true. So here I got the output as what? True. Next, last example. If I take 10 non-zero number means what? True. Not of true is what? False. That's what the output that I got. Is that clear? I'll just do one thing. I'll just go back to the notes. That is operators session 3. And when it comes to session 3, I'm going to consider example number 4. It is pretty simple example. Let me just paste the example along with the output. Okay, is that clear? I hope everybody understood how the logical operator will work on a Boolean data and how the logical operator will work on non-Boolean data. Is that clear? That means complete logical operator you have learned when it comes to Python. In detail, you have learned. Okay. Let me just proceed with the next one. You only observe. Okay, sir, what is the next one, sir? I'll just do one thing. I'll just write down some note points. When it comes to logical operator, observe. In case of AND operator, if both the operands is true, then the output will be true, else it is false. I think the diagram number 1, whatever I have taken. Okay, where you will be taking the diagram number 1. Let's do one thing. Here only just take the diagram number 1. Diagram number 1. You just do one thing. Below the diagram number 1 only, you just write the note points so that it will be very useful for you whenever you're revising. Below diagram number 1, write these note points. In case of AND operator, if both the operands are true, then the output is true. If one of the operand is false, then the output is false. In case of OR operator, if any of the operand is true, that means if any one of the operand is true, then the output is true. Else it is false. Is that fine? Not is nothing but what? Complement. That means opposite, ulta, or whatever it may be. Okay. Let me just proceed with the next one. Please tell me which is the next logical operator. Which is the next logical operator? Think and answer. I think you have taken the notes, right? Just check your notes. In day 1, I have told. In the session number 1, I have told. What is the next logical operator? Don't you think the next logical operator happens to be bitwise operator? The next operator happens to be bitwise operator. Now bitwise operator is very important. Okay, sir, how many bitwise operators are there, sir? There are totally 6 bitwise operators. Sir, which are those, sir? Like this here. Bitwise AND, bitwise OR, this is the symbol. Bitwise XOR, bitwise complement operator, see here, this symbol. Bitwise left shift operator, bitwise right shift operator. Totally, there are 6 bitwise operator in Python. These are the symbol that will be used. Is that fine? Sir, please take some examples, sir, and explain. 100%, I'm going to consider the example and explain. Observe properly. Let me just do one thing. Let me just take the first one. First one that happens to be and that is bitwise and. I'm going to consider bitwise and. Here, I'll just do one thing. I'll just copy this. Let me just go back to the Sublime text. In this Sublime text, I'm going to create a new folder. The folder name happens to be bitwise operator. Bitwise operator. Inside this bitwise operator, I'm going to consider example number 1.py. Okay. Now let me just come back to the notes. In these notes, what I'll do, I'll just take example number 1.py when it comes to bitwise and. Now initially, I'll just tell you how this bitwise and will work. Okay, sir, how this bitwise and will work, sir? If both the bits or if both the operands are 1, then the output is 1. Then the output is 1. Else it is 0. Sir, what you're saying, sir? We are not able to understand, sir. Observe. 100% you'll understand. Just keep on observing. That's it. Please tell me. Bitwise and. That is pretty very important, guys. Listen properly. I'll just do one thing. I'll just come back to Sublime text. In the Sublime text, please tell me what is the answer. I think on the answer already I have seen. What is the answer? 4. 4 means what? Think and answer. Just now you have learned, right? 4 means what? 4. Is that a non-zero number? Non-zero number means what? True. Non-zero number means what? True. Please tell me if it is true. If it is true, what will happen? If it is true, what will happen? What is the result? Do you think like that it will evaluate? Then how come it will evaluate? Think and answer. How come it will evaluate? As I'm getting the output like this here. Let me just do one thing. Let me just come back to Sublime Text. If I execute, the output is what? 4. I'll be considering a couple of example. Just think what might be the logic behind that. What might be the logic behind it? Just think. Okay. Here also the output is what? 5. Sorry, I have just taken the OR gate. I'll just consider AND gate for that. I'll just consider AND gate. Let me just do one thing. Let me just consider like this. Here also the output is 0. And here the output is 1. Here the output is 1. Think and answer on what basis it is calculating. That means PVM is calculating, and on what basis you are getting the output. We'll see how many of them will think. Okay, I'll be giving some 20 seconds of time. Just think. Meanwhile, think. 100% I'm going to explain. At least give some work for your brain. How bitwise AND operator will work. Because I'm just showing you the output. You just think on your own how it might be displaying the output. Think. Think for a while. There only the answer is there. Seriously, it is pretty simple. You may have to understand. That's it. Think an answer. On what basis you are getting the output? Okay. What is the output for this one? That is 4 and percent 5 and 4 and percent true. The last one happens to be true and percent true. What is the output? I'll just do one thing. I'll just say, I'll just execute. Sir, what, sir? We are able to get some different output, sir. 4, 0, true. How come we are getting this output, sir? I don't do it 100%. I'm going to discuss how you are getting the output. I'll just do one thing. I'll just copy the first two things. I'll just copy the first two things. Let me just go back to the whiteboard. Okay. Inside this whiteboard, please do observe properly. I'll just do one thing. I'll just tell 4 and percent 5. Let me just consider the first one. The first one happens to be 4 and percent 5. Correct, right? That means bitwise AND operator. Bitwise means what? The data will be calculated in the form of a bit. Sir, how, sir? You only observe. This is 4. This is 5. That means 4 can be represented in binary format. Like how? Don't you think 0, 1, 0, 0? Sir, what about 5, sir? 0, 1, 0, 1. This is 5. Correct, right? As please do think and answer. Because it's only the data will be there. See here. 8, 4, 2, 1. This is how the format will be there. See here. 8, 4, 2, 1. 8, 4, 2, 1. Like this, the format will be there. See here. 4. What about 5? See here. 4 plus 1, 5. That's it. Now observe properly. If I use AND gate, that too, if I use bitwise AND between these two operator, if I'm using bitwise AND between these two operator, you people should think and answer what will be the output. Sir, what will be the output, sir? It is pretty simple. Please tell me, if both the bits are 1, then only I should get the output as 1. If both the bits are 1, then I should get the output as 1. If not, what should be the output? Don't you think the output should be 0? And that is what I got here. See here. I'll just tell this happens to be 0. I will tell. See here, 0, 1, 0, 0. And when it comes to here, both the bits are 1. That's the reason I got the output as what? 1. If not, if any of the bit is 0, 100% the output is 0. Now tell me, what is 0, 1, 0, 0? What is 0, 1, 0, 0? Don't you think 0, 1, 0, 0 is nothing but what? 4. 0, 1, 0, 0 is nothing but what? 4. That is what the output that I got on the console. See here, don't you think this is what the output that I got? 4. Now you have to think and answer what is the answer for 4 and percent true. I'll just do one thing. This is for the first example. Next, let me just consider for the second example. I'll just do one thing. I'll just tell 4 and percent true. I will tell. Let me just reduce the font size. Let me just change the color. Okay. 4 and percent true. Please tell me how this 4 will be represented. Sir, what you're asking, sir? Just now you have thought, sir. Yeah, just now I have thought. I know that. Please tell me how this 4 will be represented. Don't you think the 4 will be represented using 0, 1, 0, 0? So what about true, sir? True means what? 1. How that 1 will be represented? Very good. 0001. Now you should think an answer. Is there any 1? Here, is there any data? I want you to respond. Is there any data? Guys, think and answer. Is there any data? 1, 1? No. That is the reason. What will be the output? 0, 0, 0, 0 will be the output. Please tell me 0, 0, 0, 0 is the representation in decimal. What is the number? I don't think it's a representation of 0. It is a representation of 0. Now tell me. I'll just tell this happens to be 0. I will tell. For you people, it is 0. For you people, it is 0. Correct, right? That is how the things will be displayed on the console. I think on the console also, I'm getting the same output as 0. Is that clear? The second one. Please do respond, everyone. Is that clear? The second one. Okay. Shall I proceed further? I want you to respond. Shall I proceed further? No, if you just tell me to proceed further, I'll just proceed further. What is there in that? Okay. What about true and percent true? What about true and percent true? Think and answer. What is the answer for true and percent true? What is the output that I got? True is what I got. True is what I got. That means if you try to calculate like that, see here, assume that I'll just consider this happens to be a true and percent. True and percent true. Please tell me, true means what? True means what? 1. True means what? 1. Now tell me what is the answer for 1 and percent 1? First of all, please tell me how this true will be represented in the form of 1. How this true will be represented in the form of 1. That means I can just tell 1 means what? 0001. Here 0001. And now tell me if I just try to calculate the answer between those two things. What will be the answer? Don't think I'll be getting the answer as what? 0001 itself. If I use AND gate in between here, if I use AND gate, assume that I am using AND gate in between those two operator, and 100% the output will be what? True itself. So on what basis it is displaying it as true, sir? For you it is 1. For you it is 1. So here, but it can display the output in the form of 1. Sir, then why it is displaying the data in the form of Boolean? Sir, why? Because you have provided multiple Boolean data. That is the reason it is providing the data as what? Boolean. 1 means what? True. 1 means what? True. Don't you think that is what the output that I got it on the console? Is that clear? Please do respond. Is that clear for everyone? That means if you just try to print, true and percent true, the output is true. True and percent true, the output is true. So here, when it comes to here, the output is what? 4. When it comes to second one, what is the output? 0. Next, when it comes to the last one, what is the output? True. I hope everyone are in a position to understand why you got these outputs. Okay. I'll just do one thing. Just take a screenshot. I'll just do one thing. I'll just tell this happens to be the total diagram number 1. Just consider diagram number 1. Okay. Please take the screenshot of diagram number 1. Please be very quick. Okay. If you have taken the screenshot of diagram number 1, let me just go back to the notes. That is operators session 3, a bitwise AND operator. I'm going to copy the example. I'll just come back. I'll just paste it, and I'm going to copy the output as well. For this, what is the output? 4 is the output. And what is the output for this one? 0 is the output. And what is the output for this one? True. Okay, great. And you people should write the diagram as well. That is very important. Diagram number 1. Now, same thing. I will consider bitwise OR. I'll just consider bitwise OR. Okay, sir. How this bitwise OR will be there, sir? Guys, when it comes to AND, see here, how many of them are able to understand this sentence? If both the bits are 1, see here in the diagram. If both the bits are 1, then the output is 1. If any of the bit is 0, then the output is 0. That's what the sentence here. If both the bits are 1, then the output will be 1. Else it is 0. When it comes to OR, if any of the bit is 1, then the output is 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0 means 0. That's the reason what I'll do. I'll just consider the next one that happens to be bitwise OR. If any of the bit is 1, then the output is what? 1. If not, it is 0. Is that clear? Now what I'll do, I'll just divide this. I'll just try to divide this. Okay. Bitwise and you have understood bitwise OR I will take. Let me just consider example number 2.py. It's a pretty simple example. You people should understand. I'll just do one thing. I'll just go back to the Sublime text. In this Sublime text, Let me just consider bitwise operator. Okay, let me just consider example number 2.py. When it comes to example number 2.py, please do observe properly. I'll just take 4 or 5. 4, that is or gate 5. Now tell me what will be the output. I'll just do one thing. I'll just go back to the whiteboard. In this whiteboard, I want you to observe. Okay, I'll just do one thing. I'll just remove this. Okay, I think I have taken 4 or 5. Okay, that is OR gate. That is bitwise OR gate. Output, I'll not write it. I'll just do one thing. Instead of this, what I'm trying to use, I'm trying to use the OR gate. Please do respond. If I'm trying to use OR gate, what will be the end result? It will be the end result. Don't you think it is 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1? Observe properly whether it is correct or not. 0, 1, 0, 1. If any one of the bit is 1, then the output is what? 1. Now tell me, what will be the output? Do you think it is 4 or 5? 100% the output happens to be 5. Is that fine? Next. Let me just remove all these things. I don't know whether I have taken the data for that or not. Okay, I have not taken. It's okay, fine. That's the reason I'm going to remove all these things. I don't want this. Okay. Now observe. Instead of and, here, let me just tell this happens to be diagram number 2. And let me just consider this one. Instead of and, I'll just tell or. Sorry. Yeah, I'll just tell or gate. Okay, great. Next. Here also, I'll just consider OR gate. Okay, great. Let me just paste it here. Here also, what is the operation that I'm trying to do? I'm just trying to perform bitwise OR operator. Please tell me what will be the output here. What will be the output? I think easily you can tell the answer. First 0. Next 1, 0, 1. What is 0, 1, 0, 1? Please do respond. What is 0, 1, 0, 1? Don't you think that is also 5? That's also 5. Now don't you think for both the statement I'll be getting the output as 5? Now tell me how many of them are able to understand how bitwise OR operation will be calculated. Just do one thing. Just take the screenshot of these two things. Take the screenshot of these two things. Okay. If you have taken the screenshot, let me just do one thing. Let me just go back to the notes. That is the program. Okay. If I save, if I execute, let me just do one thing. Let me just copy this. Let me just paste it here. Instead of and, I'll just tell or. If I say, if I execute, see here, don't you think I got the output as what? 5, 5. Is that clear? Please do respond. Is that clear for everyone? Hope that everybody would have understood. Let me just do one thing. Let me just go back to the notes. That is operators, session number 3. I'll just copy paste the program, whatever I got. That is the program. I'm going to paste it here. Let me just tell the output happens to be 5. Here also, I would like to consider the output happens to be 5. Okay. Next. So what is the next one, sir? Bitwise XOR is what I'm going to consider. Bitwise XOR. Guys, I hope you people are getting the clarity regarding bitwise and bitwise OR. Next, diagram number 2 also you should write. Diagram number 2. Next. What is the next one? Bitwise XOR. Bitwise XOR. I'll just do one thing. I'll just consider bitwise XOR. When it comes to bitwise XOR, don't worry, I'm going to write the truth table for all those things. Observe properly. Let me just do one thing. Let me just consider the whiteboard. And this whiteboard, I'm going to go here. Okay. Assume these are the inputs, sir. What are the inputs, sir? 1, 0, 1. Or else I'll just consider 1, 1. Or else 0, 0, 1, 1. Next 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay. You people should think and tell me the answer properly. No one I'm telling. These are the inputs. Assume these are the inputs. These are the inputs. Okay. Now think and answer. When it comes to AND gate, just you have seen when it comes to AND percent, when it comes to bitwise OR operator, similarly when it comes to bitwise XOR operator, you people should tell me the answer. 0, 0 means what? What will be the output? 0, 0 means what? 0. 0, 1 means what? 1. What about here? 0. Sorry. It is 0. Here it is 0. 1. That means if both the bits are 1, then the output is 1. When it comes to OR gate, don't you think if any of the bit is 1, then the output is what? 1. So here, like this, I'll be getting the output. Similarly, here also, I'll be getting the output as what? 1. Sir, what about XOR, sir? When it comes to XOR, you people should understand, observe properly. When it comes to XOR, it is pretty simple, but all that is what you have to understand in a very better manner. That's it. Observe properly. I'm going to write the truth table. If any one of the bit is 1, then only the output is 1. If not, the output is 0. Please tell me, both the input bits are 0. That's the reason the output is 0. So next what, sir? Please observe. Okay. Similarly, when it comes to C here, if any one of the bit is 1, then the output is what? 1. Similarly, if any one of the bit is 1, then the output is what? 1. Sir, what if the both the bits are 1, sir? If both the bits are 1, then the output is what? 0. Is that clear? Please do respond. Is that clear? This is how the things will work. Now I'll just do one thing. I'll just put some box. I hope you people are clearly able to understand these things. Let me just put a proper box. Okay. Later you can just take the screenshot because I'm going to explain a bitwise XOR. Afterwards, you can take the screenshot in a single shot. Observe properly. Assume that in the interview, if they're asking the answer like this, what is the answer for? 4 XOR 5. Sir, how to calculate that, sir? How to represent 4? 0, 1, 0, 0. How to represent 5? 0, 1, 0, 1. And now tell me, if I try to apply bitwise operator in between those two things, what will be the output? Very good, right? 0, 0, 0, 1. That means how to represent that? That means how the representation will happen. I want you to tell me the answer. 1, 1, right? See here, 000 means what? 1. That is the reason I'll be getting the output as what? 1. This is how the calculation will happen. I'll just take only one example so that easily you can understand. This is how the output will be displayed on the console. Okay, great. Just do one thing, just take the screenshot. This happens to be the diagram number 3. Diagram number 3. Somewhere here I'll write. Okay. Please take both the screenshot. That means both the images. Don't zoom in or zoom out. Easily you can just see that. Okay, if I have taken the screenshot, I'll just do one thing. I'll just go back to Sublime Text. And the Sublime Text, I'll just consider example number 3.py. And this example number 3.py, it's a pretty simple example is what I'm going to consider. If I just take 4 XOR 5, what is the output? Just now I have seen 1 is the output. Let me just do one thing. Let me just copy this. I'm going to get inside the notes operator session 3 and example number 3.py. Let me just take that example along with the output. The next one is very, very, very important. No one I'm telling, the next one is very, very important, and most of them will not even understand. That is also very important. That means we'll see how many of them will understand the next one. Observe properly, guys. What is the next one? What is the next type of bitwise operator? What is the next type of bitwise operator? See here, bitwise and percent you have learned, bitwise or you have learned, bitwise XOR you have learned. The next one, the very important, happens to be bitwise complement operator. So already we have learned complement operator, sir. Ulta, sir. Then what is there in bitwise complement, sir? There is some twist and turns when it comes to bitwise complement operator. What is that twist and turn? You just observe properly. Let me just do one thing. Let me just take the heading as bitwise complement operator. Next, please think and answer. What will be the output for this one? If someone is asking complement of 4, what is the output? Similarly, if someone is asking what is the complement of 5, what will be the output? Example number 5.py. Example number 5.py. What will be the output for these things? Similarly, the output for -4. Shall we see how the calculation will happen internally and what will be the output that I can expect? I'll just do one thing. I'll just copy this. I'll just go back to the whiteboard. In this whiteboard, I'm going to write it here. Okay. Output, later we will see. Initially, just start observing the things. Some of them, what they will feel, I will tell you. This is what they will feel. Sir, like this the calculation will happen, sir. What is 4? 0 1 0 0. What is the ulta of 4? That means 0 means 1, 0 means 1, 1 means 0, 1 1, like this. That means 0 means 1, 1 means 0, 0 means 1, 0 means 1, like this they will calculate, and they will try to tell the answer as what, 11. But do you think 11 is the answer? 100% no, never. You will be getting the output as 11. That is the reason this technique will not be used by PVM. So then which technique it will be using, sir? Which technique it will be using means I want you to tell the some note points. Afterwards I'll just tell you which technique it will be using. First of all tell me, I'll just take for the first number. That is complement or not. Where is the symbol? Yeah, complement of 4. First, please tell me how this 4 will be represented. In 32 bits, like this. Triple 000. Maybe some numbers will be there. Next, last 4 number is what I'm gonna represent. See here, 0100. Like this, the 4 will be there. Now, please tell me complement of 4. Sir, what is the complement of 4, sir? Like this, it will convert, but this is not the end result. Like this, 100% it will convert, but this is not the end result. So then what will happen, sir? Guys, when it comes to, see here, I can just tell like this here. I want you to observe. This is the answer for what? 4. Next, this is the answer for what? Complement of 4. This is the answer for what? Complement of 4. Next, you may have to observe this very carefully. After complementing, that means after seeing the result, this is technically called as what? Most significant bit. Or technically some of them will be calling it as what? MSB, most significant bit. I'll just tell it as what? MSB. So I'll just write this happens to be MSB. Okay, most significant bit. Please tell me that MSB, whatever the most significant bit that you are observing, is that a positive number or negative number? Don't you think it's what? Positive number? No, negative number. Positive number, but it is 1. If it is 1, observe what will happen. If it is 0, then what will happen? I will tell. If it is 1, ultimately it is positive. Right? If it is 1, internally it will take the data as what? That means while seeing the output, what will be the output if you ask me? The output will be represented in the form of minus. That's what the output that I'll be getting. I'm damn sure. Why? Because in the MSB I got it as 1. That's the reason. In the output I'll be getting negative number. That you should be getting the confirmation. That means I'll be getting the negative number. What is the negative number? We will see that later. But negative number is what I'll be getting. Next, observe properly. For this, we should calculate the 2's complement. For this, we should calculate the 2's complement. Sir, how to calculate the 2's complement for this, sir? It is pretty simple. You only observe. What is this? I want you to respond. What is this? Maybe I'll just consider 4. Okay, let me just take 4. I'll just take 4. If I take 4, please tell me how the 4 will be represented. 000, sorry, 0000 dash dash dash. That means 32 bits. 0100. This is how 4 will be represented. For this 4, please tell me 1's complement means what? 1's complement. What is 1's complement? As plus to think and answer. What is 1's complement? For us, how to calculate the 1's complement? What I have to do, I have to just reverse the manner. That's it. That's how the 1's complement will get. If I want to see the 1's complement is for negation of 4, I'll just reverse the order. But right now, what I have to do for this, I may have to add 1. Observe properly. If I add 1, don't you think it will become 2's complement? See here, I'll just consider this happens to be the 2's complement. Sir, how this 2's complement will be there, sir? I'll just tell 2's complement. Okay. Observe the output. The output will be like 0000. Same. Next, 0101. Correct. Right. Now tell me, what is 0101? What is 0101? I want you to tell the answer. What is 0101? It is 5. It is 5. And now you may have to take this 5. You may have to take this 5. Along with that, you may have to consider what is the sign. What is the sign? See here, from this, you may have to consider this is what? Negative number. That's one small mistake I have done. See here, I will take this one itself. I will take this one itself. What I'll do, I'll just tell 1 1 1 1. Okay, next 1 0 1 1 is what I will tell. If I want to calculate the ones complement means ulta. That's it. See here, this is what the ones complement will look like. This is how the ones complement will look like. Instead of 2, I'll just tell ones complement. Okay. Now for that ones complement, if I add 1, then it will become 2's complement. Now tell me, from this I got to know it's a negative number. That's the reason I'll just tell the answer is minus. The answer is minus. I'll just increase the font size. Next, by calculating the 2's complement, I got to know the output is 5. Now put together, what is the output? What is the output? Don't you think the output is what? Minus 5. Sir, will I be getting minus 5 as the output? Sir, 100% will be getting the answer as what? Minus 5. We will just execute this and we will see. For negation of 4, the answer is what? Minus 5. The answer is minus 5. Sir, for next one, what is the answer, sir? I will not tell. You people should tell me the answer. I'll just do one thing. I'll just consider a negation of, let me just do one thing. I'll just consider negation of 5. Negation of 5, I will tell. Let me just do one thing. Let me just reduce the font size. Let me just change the color. Okay. How the 5 will be represented? Don't you think 5 will be represented like this? 0 0 0 0. 32 bits is assume that if it is 32 bit, 0 1 0 1, 5 will be represented like this. This is 5. So then what is negation of 5, sir? You tell me what is negation of 5. 1 1 1 1 dash 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 1 0 1 0. This is what? Negation of 5. Negation of 5. Now tell me, MSB is positive, sir. MSB is positive number, 100% will be positive number itself, because binary. Either it should be in the form of 0 and 1. Please tell me 1 means what? If MSB is 1, if MSB is 1, what kind of conclusion that I'll be getting? Please tell me. The answer is negative number. That's what the conclusion that I'll be getting. Correct, right? The answer is what? Minus number. Already I got this confirmation. That's the reason what I'll do. I'll just copy this. Let me just paste it here itself. And I'm gonna paste it here. That means I got the clarity that it's a negative number. The answer is negative number. Now what I'll do, I'll just take this one. I'll just take this one. Please tell me, same. I'll just consider 1 1 1 1. Next 1 0 1 0. Next, please tell me, if I try to calculate the ones complement, how to calculate the ones complement? So it is pretty simple, sir. 0 0 0 0. Next 0 1 0 1. For this, don't you think I need to add 1? I need to add 1. If I want to add 1 like this, that means for ones complement, I'm just trying to add 1. This is ones complement. See here, I can just tell this is ones complement. This is ones complement. Okay, let me just consider here. Okay, ones complement. For ones complement, if I'm trying to add 1, what will be the outputs here? Same 0 0 0 0. I'll just do 0 0 0 0 dash 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 0 1. Please tell me what is the output? 1 1 or what? Please tell me like this here. 1 1 means what? 1 plus 1. Please don't think like you'll be getting output as 1. No, 1 1 11 or what? Think and answer. I just don't think 1 1 means what? 10. 1 1 is what? 10. 0 1 carry here. 1 carry. 1 will be carried here. Now tell me 1 0 1 1 1. Same thing. Is that clear? I hope you people should be aware of how the addition will happen. Please don't feel like 1 plus 1 is 11 or 1 plus 1 is 2. No, 1 plus 1 is 0. In binary approach, 1 1 is 0. Is that fine? Sorry, 1 1 is what? 10. 1 1 is 10. That means 0 with carry 1. Now you people should see this, like how you have seen this data and you have decided the answer is 5. Like this, if you see this, what is the output? What is the output? Don't you think the output is what? 6. The output is 6. 6 is what the output. Now think and answer. What will be the complete output that I'll be getting on the console? Negative. That is correct. 6. That is also correct. Then what is the output? Don't you think the output is -6? The output is -6. I'll just tell the output happens to be -6. Sir, please execute, sir. Don't worry, I'm going to execute that. These two things will be applicable for positive number. See here, these two things will be applicable for positive number. Sir, cleverly I have taken negation of 4. That is here negation of 5. Sir, what is that means how the calculation will happen for negation of -4, sir? That also I will take care. But as of now, just keep on observing. Just keep on observing. Some slight change. That's it. Not a huge change that will happen. Some slight change is what it's going to happen. I'll just do one thing. I'll just okay, let it be there. Is there any space here? Okay, here I'll just try to write it. We'll see. Can I manage here? Because there is some space here. Okay, I'll just try to manage here only. If it is negation of -4, if it is negation of -4, you only observe how the calculation will happen and how exactly I'll be getting the output. Negation of -4. That is pretty simple. You may have to tell the answer. Please tell me, what is the answer for 4? What is the answer for 4? That means how the 4 will be represented in binary format. Like this, the 4 will be represented here. 0, 0, 0. Next, 0, 1, 0, 0. This is how the 4 will be represented. Correct, right? Now tell me, think and answer. What is negation of 4? What is negation of 4? I want you to respond. What is negation of 4? Negation of 4 easily you can just tell. See here, you just convert it to ulta. But is there any negation of -4? Negation of -4? No. That's the reason, sir. How, sir? How it will calculate, sir? It is pretty simple. Whenever you want to calculate the negation of -4, observe the answer. No one I'm telling, please observe the answer properly. Negation means like this here. 1, 1, 1, 1. Next, 1, 0, 1, 1. This is for what? Negation of 4, not for -4. Negation of 4. Is that clear? That is for negation of 4. Sir, then what it will take, sir? You only observe. It will take this negation of 4. See here. I'll just tell this happens to be the negation. For positive data like this, 4, 5, it will take the negation. Fine. For negative data, there is nothing called as negative negation of -4. That's the reason. If you feel like it will take this one, no, it will not take this one. So then what it will take, sir? It will take this one. Please observe the arrow mark, whatever I'm using. And next, what will happen, sir? I'm going to write the data. You only observe. I'll just consider this happens to be the data. I'll just tell 0, 0, 0, dash, 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 0, 1, 0, 0. Next, please tell me, what is the ones complement of this? What is the ones complement of this? Sir, this is pretty simple, sir. What is the ones complement of that? 1, 1, 1, 1, dash, 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 1, 0, 1, 1. Don't you think this is what the ones complement? Please do respond. This is what the ones complement. I can just tell this is what happens to the ones complement. Okay, next, please tell me what is the twos complement for that? Sir, it is pretty simple, sir. All that we have to do is we have to add that 1, sir. See here. If I add 1, what will be the output? It is pretty simple. See here. 0, 0, 0, 0. Next. It is very important, guys. Please observe. Please calculate from here. What is 1, 1? What is 1, 1? 0. What is 1, 1? 0. Next, 1 carry. What is 1, 1? 0. 1 carry. 1, 1. How many of them are able to understand this? Sir, nothing, sir. Nothing we understood, sir. Why you wrote that, sir? You only observe, guys. I'll just teach you. 1, 1. Let me just change the font color. Okay, red color. Okay, let it be there. Here, 1, 1. This 1, 1 it will take first. Here, this 1, 1 it will take first. Please tell me 1, 1 is what? 0. What is the carry? What is the carry? Don't you think the carry is 1? The carry is 1. I'll just write the carry here. The carry is 1. Okay, now tell me what is 1, 1? 0. Again 0. Next, what is the carry? 1. The carry is 1. Now tell me what is 1, 0, 1. 0, 1, 1. That's how the calculation will happen. This is what the 2's complement. This is what the 2's complement. I'll just consider this is what the 2's complement. And here also there is a twist. When it comes to the positive negation, it will take the 2's complement and it will just decide what is the output. Correct, right? It will decide what is the output. But when it comes to, I think, sorry, here I have to, sorry, here I have just taken wrong data. 1111, sorry. When it comes to negative data, it will not take the 2's complement as the output. No. So then what it will take, sir? It will reverse the data. Why? Because don't you think the data is negative? You only observe the data is negative. The data is negative. If the data is negative, what will happen if you ask me? Like this, it will change the data. Sir, like how it will change the data, sir? The data will become 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. That means it will reverse the order. That's it. It will reverse the order. Is that clear? Guys, this is very important. No one I'm telling. This is very, very important. Now you people should tell me. It is 0. It is 0. 0 means what? In the MSB, if it is having 0, in the MSB, if it is having 0, then what kind of number will be the output? Positive number or negative number? Don't you think the output will be positive number itself, 100% positive number? That is confirmed. The output is positive number. So then what is the output, sir? You take this number. I said it's pretty simple. After calculating the 2's complement, it will just reverse the order. That's it. 2 steps you have to remember. If the number is negative, it will not take this one. That means it will not take this one for calculation. Like how it has taken these things for calculation. So here it will not take this one. Rather, it will take this one. That is the first point that I have to remember. Like how in the 2's complement we got the output. So here in the 2's complement, like how we got the output. If the number is positive while sending the output, if the number is negative, it will not take the 2's complement. Rather, it will just reverse the order. That means minus, right? That means reverse the order. Then it will take this one for considering the output. Is that clear? It will not take this one for considering the output, or rather it will not take this one for considering the output. Now tell me, 1 1 means what? 1 1 means what? Directly I'm going to write the output on the console. What is the output? Here I'll just write the output. What is 1 1? We'll see how many of them will tell the proper answer. What is 1 1? Guys, what is 1 1? It's a pretty simple answer, right? What is 1 1? 3, right? 2 plus 1, 3. Is that a positive 3 or negative 3? Positive 3. This is what the output that I'll be getting. That means for 5, what is the output? For 5, the output happens to be 6. Minus 6, that is very important. Minus 6. And for minus 4, what is the output? 3. Is that clear? We'll see whether I'll be getting the same output or not. But before that, you just do one thing. You just take the screenshot of diagram number 4. I think diagram number 4. Let me just check it out. Diagram number 4. Yeah. I take this complete screenshot of diagram number 4. Please take the screenshot. This is very important. Okay, if you have taken the screenshot of diagram number 4, I'm going to go back to the Sublime Text. Inside the Sublime Text, I'll just consider example number 4.py. For this example number 4.py, let me just take that example, whatever I have told you. Okay, let me just do one thing. Let me just copy this. I'm going to paste it here. Okay, if I execute here, if I execute minus 5, minus 6, 3, how many of them are able to understand the explanation whatever I have given? Guys, that's the reason initially I have not shown you the output. I have just shown you the explanation. And now, if I give you some assignment, are you in a position to do that? So what assignment, sir? These assignments I will give. You just try to do that. Okay. That is negation of 24, negation of minus 8, negation of minus 7, negation of 10. Is that fine? Just try to do that. I'll not be explaining. Maybe if you want me to execute output, anyhow I'll be getting the output. That is fine. But try to write whatever I have written in the whiteboard. Like that, you just try to do the calculation. I'll just copy this completely. Let me just come back to the notes. That is operator session 3. And I'm going to paste it here completely. And when it comes to output, here I'll just tell this output happens to be a minus 5, or else directly I'll just write the output. So let me write the output. Minus 5, I will tell. Minus 5. Next, minus 6, minus 3. Okay, minus 6, minus 3. Sorry, minus 6 plus 3. Minus 6 for this one. It is 3. And for these things, this is what the output that I got. That means I have not written the diagram. That's the reason below this I'm writing the output. But you people should make sure that you'll be writing the diagram for these things also, so that it will be like a practice for you. Is that fine? Okay, great. What is the next one, guys? What is the next kind of operator? Don't you think the next operator happens to be what? Shift operator, if I'm not wrong. The next operator happens to be shift operator. I'll just do one thing before moving on for this. Okay, I'm going to give you the note point. I'm going to give you the note point. Please tell me, this is how the binary representation of 4. This is how the binary representation of 4 will happen. I'll just do one thing. I'll just paste it here. 4 means what? This is how the binary representation. Next, MSB, most significant bit, acts as sign bit. That means based upon the MSB, we will decide the sign of output number. If it is 0, positive number. If it is 1, negative number. That's what you have seen in the diagram. Please tell me, positive numbers would be always stored directly in the memory by PVM, but negative numbers will be stored in the form of 2's complement. That's how you have learned, correct, right? Positive number will be directly stored in PVM, correct, right? Negative number, 2's complement. That means based upon this MSB, I'm just speaking. Okay. Next, if it is 2's complement, how to calculate 2's complement? Sir, it is pretty simple, sir. 1's complement plus 1, sir. How to calculate 1's complement? If the digit is 0, convert it into 1. If the digit is 1, convert it into 0. This is how you will calculate 1's complement. That's it. Is that clear? Please read this note point once again by seeing the diagram, whatever I have given. What is the diagram number? I think the diagram number happens to be 4. Please write the diagram number 4 so that you'll be getting the better clarity. Is that clear? Guys, in session number 3, what I have taught? Logical operator and or not. Next, I have started with a bitwise operator. When it comes to bitwise operator, 4 operator is what I have explained. Correct, right? Bitwise and, that is and percent. Bitwise or, bitwise XOR, bitwise complement operator. That is very, very important. At last, there are 2 operators. Okay, sir, which are those 2 operators, sir? Which is the next operator? Please do respond. I want you to respond. Which is the next operator? Don't you think the next operator happens to be what? Shift operator. Correct, right? So here, shift operator. Bitwise left shift, bitwise right shift. I'll just do one thing. I'll just consider shift operator happens to be the next heading. There is 6th one. Let me just share you the notes. Okay. I'm going to open the folder. There is the folder Python. Okay. Operators, session 1. Like, okay, bitwise operator, shift operator. I think I have taken it separately. Okay. I'll just do one thing. Shift operator, assignment operator. In the next session, I'll be doing. Will that be fine? In session number 3, let me just open session number 3. Observe. In session number 3, what I have taught? Till 5 operators, I have taught you 5 operators. So which is the 5th operator, sir? Bitwise operator is what I have taught. Next, shift operator, I'll be teaching there. I know it's a bit, this shift operator will come under this. It's okay, fine. Let me just take there itself. That is shift operator. There are 2 shift operator. That is bitwise left shift operator, bitwise right shift operator. I'm going to teach you in the next session. Afterwards, the 7th one that happens to be assignment operators also I'm going to teach in the next session. Afterwards, there is a very important ternary operator that also I'll teach in the next session. Will that be fine? Okay, great. By saying this, we'll just halt the technical discussion of session number 3, and we'll meet you in the next session. In the next session, I'm going to teach you the bitwise left shift operator, right shift operator. That means 6th one, shift operator is what I'm going to teach. Please practice these programs over I have taught in session number 3 and update your notes. That is very important. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.